Over the last 5 weeks now, we've been looking at aspects of service, partly because we've been engaged in just concluding a tremendous discipleship series on the subject of being equipped to serve, and especially to serve God, the greatest privilege that you and I can know. I want to wrap that series up today, and I hope that you'll stay with me right here on CITAM Church Online. Welcome back. My name is Reverend Kwame Rubadiri, and over the last couple of weeks we've been dealing with how to be effective servants of God, how to be part of a team, and how to see the very best of that team come forward as we look at some key ingredients. The first one we considered some weeks ago was the area of skill. If you're going to be on a team, if you're going to serve in any way, there must be something you're really good at, or something you can become better at as you work and as you commit yourself to the task that's before you. The second thing we considered was that when you become really good, or if you are really good and perhaps even better than the person who is in charge, every team needs a level of humility amongst every member. There must be a level of submission to those who are in charge and to the things that we're committed to do and accomplish as a member of a team. Then we said there was a very important X factor, and that was the presence and power of the Holy Spirit. We cannot do any of the work that God calls us to do without the power of the Holy Spirit working through us and working in us. We need to be available for the Holy Spirit to empower us, to speak through us, and to use us to the glory of God. And then last week, as we were together, we talked about having a group of people who can help us think strategically, look down the road a little bit further, and help us to consider things that perhaps we weren't even looking at. And then ask us, what should we do about this particular scenario in the next 5 years, 10 years, 50 years? How will God want us to behave and to work as a team? Then finally, which is what we're going to look at today, is from verse 38 of 1 Chronicles chapter 12 and the very last couple of verses that we find ourselves in this process. Now, in that verse, we read these words. All these fighting men, everyone on this team that had come to share and work with David, volunteered to serve in the ranks. They came to Hebron fully determined to make David king over all of Israel. All the rest of the Israelites were also of one mind to make David king. We must always keep our eye on the ball. We must always keep our eye on what the purpose of our service and our coming together really is. These men recognized that for all their skill, for all their abilities, for all their hearing from God, and for all their seeing what's about to happen in the nation, they needed to work together. They needed to have synergy. They needed to focus on one purpose and accomplish that purpose as a team. And that was to make David king. And they succeeded in doing exactly that. Now, many years before this, 7-10 years before this, you would never have thought that there was any hope for these guys. They were described in 1 Samuel 22, verse 2, as men who were in debt, who were discontented, and who were distressed. They were in bad shape, and yet here we are, a decade later or so, and these are gifted, capable, amazing individuals whom God is using and God is speaking through to make David king. A team that has excellent synergy, a ministry that has good synergy, will always accomplish the purpose for which God gave it life. So don't just bring your skill. Make sure that you are humble before those who are in charge. Submit to them. Make sure that the Spirit of God empowers everything that you do. Ask the Lord to help you look down the road and see what is it that He wants you to accomplish, and how does He want you to prepare for it. And then just keep working together. Stay together. Be in this whole process, recognizing that we couldn't do this alone. We must work together and find others who are willing to work with us. I trust that this is helpful to you not only as an individual, but also as a team, as a ministry, as a group of people who want to accomplish great things to the glory of God. My name is Reverend Kwame Rubadiri. It's been a pleasure to be with you right here on CITAM Church.